lovely turtles. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Welcome back to our channel. How you guys doing? It's been a minute. I know. Please help your girl grow. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that bell. Don't forget to subscribe. And also share this video so that people can appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to leave a comment below, feel free. Everybody, welcome. Akwaba. Karibu. Welcome to my channel. Bienvenue. Alright? Okay. So today this video is just about the news. Like regular serious news. We're going to talk about it. This is part 1. And then in part 2, we're going to talk about the celeb news, right? So first of all, let's talk about the Rona in the UK and in the rest of the world. So the Rona in the UK. So since 22nd of September, Boris Johnson, Prime Minister, has introduced some new rules when it comes to the C19. So the rules are very similar within area depending on where you live, but it's recommended that you check on the website so you have more of an accurate description. All right. So these are the rules, grosso modo, in general. So I picked 10 of the most important ones. So y'all should be aware what to do in these Rona streets. All right. So first of all, the social distancing is maintained. So we still have to do social distancing. We still have to do our 1 meter, 2 meter rule apart. I'm not sure what it is now. I think it stayed up to the 2 meter rules. But I tell you, people out there, they're challenging. I think they're doing at the moment 500 centimeters or half a meter or 1 meter. Because people, they just like to get close to you when you're queuing, and I hate that. And you're like, won't you back off, babe? Like, but anyway, 2 meter rule, social distancing still apply. So you can socialize with people outside of your household, but it cannot be no more than 6 people. That's the legal limit. Number 2. Number 3, the face mask is compulsory, particularly in public transport, like in shops, and basically in confined areas. So shop workers also have to wear a face mask. And like people like taxi drivers as well. Before it was left to their own discretion, but now it's compulsory. Okay, number 4, it's recommended to walk, cycle, or drive if you can, because to avoid public transport. Number 5, gatherings when it comes to funerals are up to 30 people. That's a legal requirement. And for weddings, up to 15 people standing. So none of the 15 people, and they expect you to sit down like in like a dinner setting, not like dancing and stuff and getting clothes and puppet grinding. No, not that kind. So it's 15 people, and the reception must be done within a place that is C19 secure, like a C19 secure venue, basically. Or to make it easier, just do it outside, basically. So number 6, there are fines to enforce these rules. So they vary from £200 to £10,000. Number 7, the government advised to travel only when it's necessary. Number 8, there is a 10 p.m. curfew for like pubs, restaurants, and bars, no more than 10 p.m. Number 9, for like sports events, the plan was to reopen it to the spectators, to the general public on the 1st of October this year. But now, with like the increases in cases and the increases in deaths as well, they've had to cancel that. So no more reopening for like sport venues. It's been dropped. Which makes me really sad, because I was really looking forward to going to the Wimbledon this July. But I guess maybe that will come back. I'm hoping that will be back by then, because I really want to go to Wimbledon, see some tennis, see people play, particularly Serena Williams. You know, I'm a big fan. But then again, I heard that she just had an injury, so she might not play in the tournament this year. Or is it next year? I'm confused. She might not play the next one. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. As things is right now with the Rona, everything is just up in the air, right? So number 10, the last rule is the government is encouraging office workers to work from home, right? So if you're an office worker, you don't have to go to work, save yourself some hustle and work from home, okay? So these are the rules, all right? Now, let's talk about the Rona in the rest of the world. Now, in the rest of the world, we're gonna have some statistics and figures. So, first of all, in the UK, the deaths have gone up to 42,268. In the world, we have 1 million. In the US, we have 7.63 million cases with 209,000 deaths. Once again, in the world, compared to the world, we have 34 million cases, and then 24 million out of these cases have recovered, right? Figures are good because it kind of like give an idea of what is going on, but at the same time, you can't really trust these figures too much because some of these bodies that are supposed to be independent, they kind of work with the government. So just take it as an indicator, like with a grain of salt. Most importantly, do your own research and then use your common sense. That's what I have to say about these figures. Now, still sticking with the Rona, so the news we've had for the most recent news we had like yesterday is like Trump and his wife, I think her name is Melania. Anyway, I think it's Melania. They tested positive for the virus, for the C19, and they're saying that they've got it from one of their staff members that tested positive as well. So they've been in quarantine. They have to quarantine for the next 14 days. But they're saying he's showing mild symptoms. They seem to be okay. In Trump fashion, he tweeted on Twitter and all that stuff. So I don't know. They're saying they're being treated with experimental drugs and they seem to be doing well. But recently, the last few hours, there was breaking news that say that Trump has been admitted to hospital, but apparently he seems to be doing very well there. So, and then I read an article that said he's been in hospital for the last 2 days, but his wife has been recovering from home. And I'm like, if it's not that serious, why is he in hospital? And why has he been in hospital since the beginning? I thought he would have been treating in the White House if it's not that serious. But then he's the only one who's gone in hospital. Why are they not both in the hospital? So once again, you have to be critical of these things and take this information with a grain of salt because you just don't know what's going on. And since he's been diagnosed somehow, we've been seeing him wearing more masks. I thought it wasn't like he didn't believe in like masks could protect you from C19. But I guess now he's wearing it. I don't know. Very, very controversial character. Very controversial man. So with all this him being tested positive now, there's all this talk and drama about if he falls ill, will be the next person in line in case he's no longer able to attend to his presidential duties. And there is also a doubt over his appointment of the Supreme Court judge. There is also some doubt about how is he going to manage his campaign now and whether he'll be able to show up for the second political debate about Joe Biden, right? So the article that I read say that he'll still be able to show up for the second debate with Joe Biden because by that time he would have finished his quarantine days. And also, if he's too ill to exert his presidential duties, then I believe the next person in line will be his Vice President Mike Pence. And if Mike Pence is too ill, the next person would be Pelosi. Then if Pelosi is too ill, well, there's someone else there, I can't remember his name, that will be the next person in line. But I'll put all the links below in the article if you want to read it through in your spare time, because I'm reporting here grosso modo, giving you an idea. So, okay, if you want more details, you can always read it out. All right, so in other news, so we're going to talk about the flooding in the UK. So right now, the UK is at risk of flooding because the country has been experiencing heavy rain, especially in parts of Scotland, West Midlands, Wales, and Southwest England. So this is really scary because these floodings have been going on for a minute, not in the UK, but like around the world. We've seen floodings in Senegal. We've seen some floodings in Kenya. We've seen some in Sudan. So it's a bit concerning. But then again, the environment right now is really concerning with the overconsumption that humans have been doing. we abuse the planet, we abuse its natural resources, and now we're kind of getting the backlash of it all. So we have to keep an eye on it, and it's particularly terrifying for like homeowners in the UK. So when it comes to Brexit, Brexit is still ongoing. Boris Johnson is in a negotiation with the EU, and now they've been set a deadline, the new deadline by the EU president, who is Ursula von der Leyen, who has set a new deadline by the end of November regarding EU draft legislations. So I guess they want to make sure that they get the best deal out of the UK leaving, and also the UK want to get the best deal out of the EU leaving when it comes to people migrating to Europe, like movement of people, when it comes to trading. So make sure they get the best tariff in place. Okay, so the next one would be the fact that, oh, I was quite shocked when I read this news. I didn't know about it. The giant supermarket, Asda, has been bought over from the American company Walmart, and it's a couple of billionaires brothers that bought the chain. They made the money in a petrol oil field, and I believe the purchase was valued at £6.5 billion. So they are called Zuber and Mohsin Issa, and I believe they're from Blackburn, 47 and 48-year-old, right? So last but not least of the news, we talk about the U.S. election, the U.S. debate and the election held in Wuplera in a separate video, which I will link that video as well. But the last part of the news is we're going to talk about the election in Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, so people who don't know what's going on in Cote d'Ivoire right now, it's also election time, and it's supposed to be wrapping up by the end of October, so the end of this month. So we have 4 candidates at the moment. The candidates are Alassane Dramane Ouattara, who is the current president, is running for the third time, so third mandate, third candidacy. And then the second candidate will be Henri Konan Bédié, who also used to be president. I believe, I haven't got it down, but I put it down in the article. He was president up to 1999 when he was deposed by coup. And the next candidate will be Afin Guesson. I think he's currently working for the government as well. He's a minister, and he has been doing politics for a while. He's been a minister for a while under a different regime of like Bédié, Babo, and now Alassane. I could be wrong, but you can check it out. And the last candidate will be Kwadwo Konan Bertin. I'm not sure where it's first time I'm hearing his name. So the problem here is that it's been reported that the current president, Alassane Dramane Ouattara, has changed the constitution in his favor so that he could be allowed to run a third time. And of course, people are not happy about it. People are revolting. They're calling it rather a tyranny instead of a democracy, particularly when is banning former President Laurent Gbagbo to also take part into the election because he wanted to put his candidacy as well, and that has been denied. So while Laurent Gbagbo's candidacy has been denied, the candidacy of Alassane Dramane Ouattara has been legitimized by the Ivorian courts. So that's what the point of contention is, because the supporters of Laurent Gbagbo are not happy, and they're saying that it's not fair that he's able to change the constitution to run, but Laurent Gbagbo is not able to represent himself as a candidate. So go figure. So we just hope that it doesn't generate to the point where people die and people fight and then it creates another war. This is really what we don't want. So we have to keep an eye on it to see what happens. So the date will be the 31st of October. If there is no problem that happens or no surprises, that we should be able to find out who the next president of Ivory Coast is. There you go. So this is all the news that I want to talk about today. So let me know what you think about it. I put all the links of the article in the description below so you can have a read on. And also I'll link I'll put the link in the description below for my next video regarding the US election and also regarding Breonna Taylor. And yeah, let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and also hit that bell so you will know what's up. Okay, till next time, I love Victorious. Bye.